Hello and welcome back to Surviving as a Trader in Space. So last we left off with moving the base station right next to the orbital space station for easily taking over ships, trading, and things like that. But I think the base itself needs some TLC, so that's what we're gonna get started with today. Alright, so our base is pretty much still the same base that we took. That was part of the rec mod, and we've kind of turn things around in the middle here where we added the reactor for styling purposes and took out the one from the upstairs, and well, we got rid of the whole top anyways, to be honest. And then we added things like the medical room or medical bay, and then the shields here, the zone chip, the safe zone. And this was the original survivor kit that was here for ourselves. And of course we got assemblers and things like that as well. One thing we don't have is a refinery, which is fine because we have some space for it. So this is our main station spot where we could put a lot of hab stuff here. We don't need all these doors, obviously, so we could close some of these out. And I'm contemplating either slowly chipping this off or just bring it to the train station and sell pieces of this. I'm more inclined to sell pieces of it and leave it slightly open up to like right over here if need be. Because everything else, I think I'm going to put on the top. So like this Reaver Thrasher, I'm going to put it up there. And we need to fix up the bottom as well. As you see, it's still pretty exposed. It doesn't really matter because we have a shield. But this has 2 large cargo containers and 2 hydrogen tanks, which we should probably add 2 more. And there's a whole bunch of batteries that we can add as well. So this was, so I think down here was supposed to be the battery room and storage, so that's exactly what I'm going to change it to. And I do need to close it out, which we could keep the same look and feel of it or not, it doesn't really matter. But the solar panels we need to do something about as well. So the solar panels down here may not be able to catch as much light as we want it to be. I think when I was tracking the sun's location, it's actually pretty horizontal to us, so it rotates around this way. So if we leave it down here, it's actually not that bad. It still collects the sun throughout the whole entire thing. So we could just pretty much keep it like this or bring it down straight from one rotor if we need to. And I think that would be fine for the most case. But we could just take this all out and redo it anyway. So, okay, so I think the first thing to do is kind of remove the arms that are out here on the station. We don't need all this to be out here. So we could definitely turn that all off. We can start with this side, right? Because this one has a connector and everything like that. We'll turn on the thrusters. And I think it should be more than enough thrusters to do this. Hopefully. It's connected to a connector right over here. So we could cut as much as we want. Whether it's like right against the wall, leave it just a tiny bit. So maybe we leave like 2 blocks or 3 blocks. I'll say 3 blocks, if anything. So it's a 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one will cut off. So it'll be like that. And then we'll bring the Thrasher into the orbital space station right over there to sell whatever this is, which probably is going to be like 2 mil or something like that, probably. Not too sure. But we'll have to manually cut this down right now. And then we'll fly it over, if anything. Alright, so moment of truth. We cut this out. Hopefully the Thrasher is going to be strong enough to move this thing. And we might not even be able to move it because right now it's probably a station, I believe. It could be the case. Let's see. Can we fly it now? If we could, then that's fine. If not, then it's because it's a station. Let's see. That's fine. Yeah, it's definitely not working because it is considered a station right this moment. This piece is, at least. So if I could get to the connector port, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to. That's fine. We'll just put in a button or a bit of a control panel right here. And we'll convert it to a ship. And it's released. Okay, so we'll fly this over itself. Although I do like the shielding on here where it protects us. I can't see a thing. The Thrasher is not that bad, but it's tough. Okay, we are here. We'll exit from the rare, and let's see how much this piece costs. Or at least sells for. Okay, scrap purchases, so we need to sell the static grid. No way that's 16 mil. That's more than the Thrasher itself. That's pretty insane. But anyways, yeah, we're oh, you know what? Is there materials in the connector? Might want to take that with us if we are gonna sell it. I wouldn't think there would be, but yes, there is actually. Interesting. And it's a lot of solar cells too, which is bad. And we don't have any room to kind of move it all. Well, I don't mind selling the girders, but I think it's because of this is why it's, what's it may call it? Pretty expensive to sell or makes a decent profit out of that. Anyways, we're gonna bring this thing here. Oop. I don't know what's repairing, but sure. I could grab it from here. Yeah, this will do. I'll try to grab everything from here and put it back to the base, so we don't lose all that material. It's a lot of materials, so of course we want to preserve that. All right, we emptied it all out, so that should be fine. It's probably going to be a lot less in terms of cost. I think that's how it works. It should be. I could be wrong, but let's find out, I guess. Oop, coming in a little too hot. Just a tad. All right, moment of truth. How much does it sell for now? The same thing. Wow, we could have lost a lot of materials for no reason. 16 mil for that bit of a thing. Okay. Well, I guess it's heavy armor, so that kind of makes sense. All right, so we'll sell this piece. And now we have a total of 180. All right, so we're making it there. We could actually buy an upgrade if we want to, but I am not going to do that just yet. One day, perhaps, but not now. Okay, so we can return back now and kind of do the same thing. And I realized we didn't even do anything for the Thrasher itself. We didn't put the weapons back on or anything like that. So eventually we're going to have to take care of that. But for now, we should be okay. I think the next one is like, we got to take out this piece too, which is a bit longer. Oop. What is going on? Pretty sure I just ran into the wall. Yeah, I did. Alright, so this one we can do kind of the same thing. We'll just add a connector on the top right over here. So we don't have to really go into the shell of it for any reasons at all. So there's that, and then we'll just slowly and surely get connected. All right, so this one shouldn't have anything connected because I just threw it in there, but we're gonna do the same thing. Kind of 1, 2, 3, and cut the fourth one right over here. All right, that's set, and once again, we're gonna have to put a control panel here. I was hoping I was able to get into the connector's control panel or port so that I could control it, but I can't. So we'll just waste some mats here. No big deal. All right, it's loose. Time to sell this piece, which more or less should be about the same price. Actually, maybe a little bit more, because I think this one is a little bit on the longer side than the previous one. But yeah, like I said, we'll find out. This, if anything, judging by what it was sold for before, This may or may not be 20 grand. Or mil, I should say, 20 mil. And the results are 12. Interesting. That was way off. Alright, we took out this piece, and this piece I think we could take care of ourselves because we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We just get cut 2 layers off, which we could do that pretty much by hand, if anything. And on top is where we're gonna put in the whole kind of like heliport system or whatever it's called. But of course, that's gonna require us to put in more like connectors and conveyors and everything up here. So even with the Thrasher, it's a bottom base connector that I turned this into. So we would have to land it in here like kind of like this, if I can see. So we can stretch it out a few back here with a connector, meaning we could probably go with the tubing. I guess in this case we could kind of use the pipes. So like 1 pipe there, 1 pipe here. And I guess we could change it up later if we want to, but for now I'm just gonna do it this way. And then we'll put a layer over here where we can end up putting a connector right here. So we could probably do that for the rest of the top layer here. But for now, we can at least land this thing or connect this one. So we can save some hydrogen in this case. And locked in. Turn off the hydrogen thrusters. And there you go. That's where we're going to park our Thrasher here. If we have smaller ships like the welding ship and everything like that and it has a backward thrust, we want to connect all that. We could do that as well. Although I don't think there's a real point in having this here, to be honest. So what we're going to do is actually take this off if we can. I'm going to remote into it as well if we can turn on our antenna. And the plan is to actually just sell this thing. Really no point of having this ship. It's too small for what it could do. Like, or what it can do, I should say. Because it is a welding or grinding ship. I could do either one with it. But it doesn't carry enough mats. And of course, obviously, I could just throw in a large cargo container and that will work fine. But I might as well just scrap it. It's not even much at all. It's 1.1 million only. Whatever. Now we have a total of 194. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, so we can make a lot more money by continuing doing our salvaging and selling situation with the Maydays. Which obviously makes a lot of money. It takes a long time to do. One, because you have to find the Maydays, take out the turrets, and then bring it back and everything like that. But I think if we bring the large ship here, stick it in with a whole bunch of solar panel or solar cells, a whole bunch of metal grids, steel plates, and we're good for repair missions. If we have more bottom connecting drones or ships, what we're going to do is basically pretty much put a layer right over here so you don't really see the whole top piece. Maybe the catwalk or something like that. Or, I don't know. It's either catwalk or like a half block. So it's going to end up being like this throughout the whole entire thing. So either one works fine, but that's pretty much what we're going to do to make that layered up. But out here, all these doors definitely is not necessary. But we'll close it out anyways. And it makes life easier to go around in it, so not too bad. Alright, so if we're going to use this as storage and then we have extra hydrogen, we should be able to add another hydrogen tank right over here. I don't know if we're going to lose the design here. We might, because we were planning to drop it down anyways. Actually, no, we could keep this circular round And we'll start building out from here. I think that was the plan. So this can all kind of go away to make room for another hydrogen tank, if anything. And another reason why we're adding a little bit more hydrogen tank is not just for a refueling station. More or less the fact that if I do run out of power, at least I can throw in hydrogen engine and use that just in case. But that's more or less for emergencies only. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that. All right, so we have one more here. We're gonna have to add another one here, but that's connected to absolutely nothing on this side. So we could get rid of. Oh no. Yeah, we could get rid of this. This is all kind of connected up here anyway. So not sure why I did this, but probably was a reason at one point or another. All right, we'll throw in the other hydrogen tank right over here. And of course, obviously, we got to stockpile these if anything. But we don't want to stockpile it because it's going to get rid of... no, it should be fine. We can empty out our tanks for now. And I'm going to call some of these base tanks. So I know what's what. Because we have tanks for our large ship. And we also have tanks for... Well, small tanks for the Thrasher itself. But the base tanks, they're pretty filled. It's not too bad. But we do stockpile. We're going to start draining out from our ship. But if we have enough left, then we can always buy more and bring it back. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. That we don't drain it all. Alright, we're all set there. So we're like 33% each. So what that tells us is that we do have to go to the station to load up on our hydrogen as much as possible. I think it's still roughly fine. 35%. Okay. That's not great, but still okay. We can always go there and buy more. Maybe we connect. Maybe we do have to connect our ship over there for now. So we could do that. Okay, so this ship is set with all that it needs for repair missions if we ever do want to do that. We're probably not going to do that anytime soon. Alright, so let's unlock. We lost a connector in front at one point in time, so I gotta find the other connector. How many connectors do we have on this ship? Okay, I remember there's some over there too. Okay. So this one is the front one, which I guess we could just call it connector front. Which is fine. Alright, we lost cameras too, so that's fun. Top front here. Oh, camera top, camera bottom front here. And that should be, yep, exactly what we needed for. Okay. So luckily we did put this thing kind of within the horizontal or vertical plane, so it's very even. So now we can connect it through the side or just connect it to the front. I kind of rather just connect it to the front. It's just easier that way. But it would require us to maneuver it ever so this way in order for that to work. Ooh. Ship's flying pretty decently. Definitely could still use a little bit more thrusters, if anything, but actually not too bad. Alright, so we should be able to connect right over here, but it's not doing it currently. Oh wait, you know what? It is doing it, but we don't have the connector right there. Done. Okay, so we're connected to the orbital space station, and of course we get to get some hydrogen because we just drained it all. There's a critique drone.
Well, it appears I stumbled upon some talentless meatbag.
Okay. I mean, you're not coming after me, are you? Doesn't look like it. That is a small ship. And it's called a critique drone. So is it just gonna sit there and critique me throughout the whole time? If you're gonna do that, feel free to stay outside while I go and head and load up my ship with some hydrogen. All right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hydrogen tanks. Oh yeah, that's right. We gained 2 from the shell that we did in the last simulation, and we built the spare one so we could offload. So that's what that's all about. All right, so we already have about 5 mil liters, so we just need about 10. I think that's about 10,000 right over here. That's about a mil. And the next one is the same thing. They're all about the same thing, so we just need to buy 10,000 each, basically. That's like $4 million worth of gas, essentially. And that is all we can purchase. The other one is just a spare one, so it's not necessary, but we'll just load it in here. Assault cannons, I guess we just buy a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean like 50. Artillery shells a little bit more expensive, obviously, but we still could buy a whole bunch. Let's buy 25 for now. And there's no Gatling ammo that we could buy currently, so we could skip that for now. Yeah. Rockets. I feel like because we have so much money, I could just splurge and just buy a whole bunch of stuff. Really no point in doing that, but it just feels like I could do that. That's a lot of uranium that they store here. Ooh, just 100 costs 5 mil. Alright, too bad we don't have contracts for this station, but it's fine. We could get contracts on other stations. And that would be like the SPSL or the RTCG, which is the ship one. Alright, you're saying more stuff about me for no reason, just sitting out there.
The design you're building looks familiar. So did you steal it from someone more talented?
Well, yes, I did actually.
I'm convinced you got your engineering license from a box of cereal.
Which box of cereal are you talking about? Alright, I'm pretty sure it's a bait type of thing. Where it's gonna just say and critique me for whatever reasons, and then when I get to it, something larger is gonna come after us, I think. Is it worth the risk of doing that? Absolutely. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna peek my head out a little bit and check out, see what's that thing's all about. I'm just gonna check out my ammo really quick. We think we should be fine. Our interior turrets probably have nothing, so I might want to fill that up a little bit. That's a boss encounter, so I'm not gonna get too close to that anytime soon. I could, but it's gonna be a rough fight because I am pretty sure they have shields, like a makeshift shield, and you have to hit something in the back. I think it's like a beacon or something in the back to break the shield in order for you to actually attack it. So it's gonna be like a war of attrition, which is basically waiting for it to run out of ammo or me to run out of ammo. So it's not gonna be a fun fight currently. All right, I'm gonna unlock, retract, and I'm gonna head out there and fight this thing because it's making fun of me.
It looks like you're building a recreation of primitive civilization.
That's all it's doing. It's just gonna be out there critiquing me for no apparent reason. And I'm not going to take it, so I'm going to head out there and destroy it. And I hope I can. And that it's not actually a kind of baited type of thing. It's possible that it is. But let's find out. It's only about 2 kilometers away, so it's not that far. Right, about 1 kilometer away, it's a tiny little ship.
It's such a nerve. Your fragile ego will be your undoing.
Yeah, it might be, but I think it's gonna be your undoing first. Because I have artillery. I don't think I hit it. It is running away from me. I'm gonna see if I can catch up to it. Ooh, it's fast. It is definitely a bait type of situation. It seems like. I cannot catch up with it. It's actually faster than I am. And there you go. A swift drone is coming. So that is the bait. Or I'm the bait. Or it's the bait. And this is what's coming after us. What is this going to look like? I have no idea. No worries at all. I got my weapons. So. Oh, that's a big ship. I'm going to start firing it at it if I can. Ooh. It's a big ship too. I wish I was a little bit more maneuverable. Ooh, I think we lost a Gatlin or two. Here we go. We're right in front of it now. I wish I could maneuver a little bit faster. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely wish this ship was a little bit more maneuverable, but it's fine. I think we're doing okay. It's hard for me to aim with the artillery fire that I have in front. That's the best I can do. Was I able to hit it? Nope. Kind of running away. Kind of. Ooh, just got behind me. Alright. A fairly tough fight in a way. And now it's basically flying away, I think. That's what it seems like. Can I catch up to it? Yeah, I can catch up to it. Oof. I wish I could get to it a lot faster, but it maneuvers so much better than my large ship here. It keeps getting out of my range, which is crazy. It's actually pretty smart, to be honest. There we go. Now we gotta get aim at it. And I hate that it keeps going to my left. I think that's where my turrets are gone. Yeah, so much more maneuverable than I am. Oh. A little bit of my bridge is caving in. Ouch. Only could stay still. That would be awesome, but it's not. Keeps flying away out of my range and it's just staying there. Barely catch up to it now. I am, but I have to speed up super fast. But the time I reach up to it, it's gonna spin around me and it's gonna be a little bit hard to reach it again. So here, that's the biggest problem I'm having with this. Ooh, I did just hit it pretty hard. And my turrets, looks like we still have a bunch of turrets, so I'm not sure if the turrets may not have any ammo left or can't retrieve any ammo. No, it's still got ammo. Alright, it's just making it a tough time to fight it, but I mean, we don't have to stay here and fight it. We could just leave it as is and just head back to base. Wherever that is. I'm pretty sure we went a little bit far away from it. I'm gonna try one more time. Aim for this thing. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Alright, we're slowly closing in. And then it's gonna start moving, of course. And we're out of certain ammo. Mostly interior turrets now that's on there. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna mess with you anymore because you're just gonna fly away from me anyways. Not even sure how far we've flown away from our base, but we're gonna have to find it and head back. Get ourselves repaired here. Yeah, or we're 11 away. That's fine. We could just do our jump drop and just jump out of here. It's not a big deal. So, base is where we're going. And we'll see you later since you're just fleeing from me anyway. So, not much of a fight. I realized I may have just jumped into my empty space of a base. This is where the base was, but no longer. So, should not have jumped over there. Right. Alright, so we sustained some damage. Nothing too significant. I hope... Oh, a large power container is a bit of a problem. I feel like we need to put that elsewhere and protect it a little bit better, because that gets shot down pretty easily. It seems. But still, my Gatlin's still had ammo, so I think it's just the distance of it that was a problem in terms of that fight, which, alright. we definitely should not have jumped to our base GPS, because that's no longer existent. So we just jumped to the orbital space station. That's where we should be going. Alright, let's jump again. I think in terms of maneuverability left and right, it's more about, I think, the gyroscope. Although thrusters, yes, it's still a problem because we don't have that many thrusters on this thing. Let's head back to our base first. Get repairs, do build and repair, and maybe I'll add a few more thrusters. Not thrusters. A few more gyroscopes to kind of get this thing working a little bit better. Okay, so if I were to put more gyroscopes, where would I put it? Ideally, we put it in here, obviously, but where? Probably up here. If we could chop this off. Or maybe not that piece, at least this piece. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely put a gyroscope right there. So we'll put it right there. And if anything, we'll put another one on this side as well. So we'll cut these two pieces off and then plop it on. There. We could keep that over there, not a big deal. And that should be good. Alright, we'll let the building repair do its thing. It should be able to repair basically all of this without problem. Why is this thing twitching? Look how bent out of shape this whole ship is down here. Anyways, back to fixing up the station. Alright, I feel like we don't need the bottom pieces here, so we can get rid of it. Not sure how much we can get done with the base, but we'll try to do as much as we can. And if anything, I'll do the rest off camera. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be much designing to it. I'm just gonna kind of keep the same design anyways. So let's see how this is gonna work out. So we're gonna continue the look and feel of this thing. I think it's just gonna be kind of like this right here. How does it curve in there? So it's using the triangles. Yes. That's right over here. Okay, that's fine. That's easy enough. So a little bit of patchworking the station, kind of keep the same design. And I think that should be it for the top. We'll redesign it and make it look a little bit prettier later down the line. But for now, it's just more about maintaining it, I guess. This way it doesn't look like a big old mess of a station. Okay. That's pretty much patchworking it. Batteries, we could add more batteries so we can save on the radiation, the uranium. So my guess, if anything, I would say maybe, let's see, there's 3 here. Wow, there's 3 here. So I think this whole thing was batteries at one point in time. So I could still continue to layer it that way if need be. I don't necessarily see a problem with doing that. So basically, I'll add a battery right there, right here, right here. And it goes up a bit, right? It goes up to the pipe. Yeah, we could do that. It's a lot of mats, but I think we have the mats. So why not even... Let's just do it anyways. Alright, so there's 6 more going this way. Ooh, that's definitely a lot of batteries, but it should be fine. It's good to have a bunch of batteries too, so we could take all the charge or suck up all the power from the reactors and uranium, and then keep the charge here as much as we can. There's battery on this side, and we'll add more batteries on this side as well. I know I'm not using the same exact looking batteries, but I like the warfare battery look more than the original. I'll put one there, and does it go all the way to the bottom? It does, at least up to the port right over here. So we could do that. We just put in a little bit first. Grab the next one, put a little bit more in there, and then we'll weld them all at once. Or not at once, but one at a time. But all right, there we go. Got as much batteries as possible. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 going up, 3 across. So that's what, 12 batteries on each side. So 24 batteries total in the base. Not too bad. I mean, we could add a big old layer right over here too. We wanted to. All right, let's just do the whole steel plate piece on the outside. Let's just try to cover up as much as we can. Put a door so we can access inside and redesign inside later. And add more to it. Well, this ship is going to take forever to repair. As you hear it kind of doing its thing. Let's see. Build and repair control panel. Here's what's happening. Lots of heavy armor blocks being fixed. It's what's going on there. All right, so here it looks like a quick little fix. Right, that looks about right. Yep. There we go. And same on this side. There we go. All you hear is welding sounds from build and repair and for myself. We could add this as well just to conserve the look. There we go. So that's all set. I gotta figure out how to surround this whole thing, because most of it's broken. So we gotta figure that out. All right, so it looks like we finished up the skirt of the ship as much as possible. It's pretty much restoring its basic previous look. The only difference is that I did add one layer down. So as you see here, a bit of a hole here, but that's fine. I mean, most of it is kind of fixed up like this. We could open some of this up because we don't need all this in here. So just to make some space in the inside. So we should tear some of this up. All right, so as you can see, it opens it up a little bit more in the inside when it's like this. Not liking how it's folding into that. Probably get rid of that. So if we need, we can put another layer of batteries here, if anything, or even up to here. But I feel like I want to close it out by putting this here instead.
Inventory full.
So better to slope it and close it that way, I think. Makes more sense. That again, that'll give me another layer of batteries here if need be. Probably not. Probably likely not need that. But you never know. Okay, so that now gives us a little bit more room in here too. Do we want to put anything right here? Do we just close it? Light armor corners right here throughout? I guess we could do that. That wouldn't be too bad. And of course, you would imagine I have to do it on all sides. Do we need this block here? Technically, no, but I think it looks okay with the design. So we'll just leave it as that. Yeah, that works. We should probably put a light here. And a light source right there. Not sure how many of these pillars we have. Probably none. Not much at all, to be honest. And of course, we're going to close out the floor here so we get the space to walk on. I don't even know what we want to put here, but we could put another, like, even large cargo container or hydrogen tank. Whichever one works well or it's needed. I think we have more than enough tanks, so maybe another cargo container, but also cargo containers up there too. But this is wasted space, so I think we could put a cargo container. Oh, we might not be able to. We have to get rid of some of this in order to do that. Yeah, I think we have to 1, 2. Yep. If anything, we gotta tear down like 3 layers of this, which isn't bad, but it's we could put that there. Oxygen tanks, maybe we could do that instead. Although oxygen tank, I think we just put one right here, which actually isn't a terrible idea. So we could just do this. So that gets its connection and things like that. Yep, that kind of works out. I mean, we could put another one right here too. Granted, we put a conveyor junction here. I think we should be okay for now. We don't have to worry too much about that. We could even it out on both sides. So might as well put one here as well. There we go. So we could actually put it here as a 2, but that's fine. Looks like the batteries are filling up pretty good too. And that's probably because of the reactor. Yeah, I got a lot of uranium off of it. That is fine. Do we still have a lot of chips left? Zone chips? 25. We're doing good. There's a lot of power. And again, we can put more power here. But let me finish off the rest of each side really quickly. Alright. That should be it. We sealed everything in. Same design on each side. So we can add some things in the corners as much as possible. I did realize I did kind of close myself in a bit. So I might have to create a hole right here. And let me see. Ideally, we make the same hole, but I mean, towards our ship, the same spot. But I think there's gonna be a battery here, right? Yes, there is. Okay, so we can't put a door there. So we can put a door here and on the other side where necessary. That's fine for now. Here we go. One door here, and of course we had 2 doors. Not a big deal. There we go. Second door here. So we have that. So we got a skirt going on. We got the inside all sealed up for once. And then we have down here to seal up a little bit, which is just pretty much the ground. So, down here we can open it up if we need to for the ports. I don't see a reason for it to be open for now, but eventually you might want to keep that open. I think the rest of this here, we're just going to build it out like this. Remove this light. You don't have to keep that light. So all this regular square blocks we're gonna put here. All right, we finished off the bottom, so now that's all covered up. Not looking too bad, not looking too great either, but it's gonna have to do for now. And yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great, which is the biggest problem. I mean, with stations like this, it's pretty flat in terms of design, but it should be okay. I mean, a few things we could do here, and especially on this side, what we can do is make it look decent by adding these kind of like, I think like kind of like a column-ish like thing, a diagonal column. So kind of like this. I like doing these a lot with a lot of different kind of structural design. It just makes it look pretty cool. It's gonna stretch out a little bit further than I want here, I think. Yeah, it looks like it is, but it should be fine. So we'll stretch out to about here. It's a little bit more than I want it to be, so it's gonna be like that. So we're like 6 blocks forward instead of 3. But it gives that extra design, you know, so it looks like it's connecting to the bottom. I mean, look, it doesn't look that bad. We could do that. Here we could keep it that. Yeah, that works too. And of course we add it on both sides because we have it on this specific spot. So we just do it that way. Yeah, don't get me wrong, this is a pain in the butt to do this. But it does look a little bit better by adding it here. There we go. So we're probably gonna mimic it on both sides, so it looks decent. And I guess if we could maybe go upwards with it. It's gonna be right here though, but then it's gonna kind of block the entryway, which not the worst problem to have, but not very practical either. I'm not even sure how far this is gonna stretch. It might not even stretch to the point where I want it to be, which is up there. Looks like we cut close to it actually. So we're stuck right over here. Yeah, right over there. And this would have to go in order for that to work. It'll be like that. I mean, maybe not that piece. We could change it up to this. I mean, I'm not mad about that. That looks okay. I mean, it does block the window right there. And it just blocks the entryway a bit too, which is, it's not too bad. And here, it looks like we just gotta do a quick little thing here. That I'm not liking. Sure, why not? No, that's terrible. Bring it up. We'll just bring that up like that. Yeah, that will work. It gives it the extra little design, not by any means 100% better, but actually I should have stretched it from here. This would actually work a little bit better. So with that sticking out like this, you just add it from here. It blocks the doorway, but I don't necessarily use this doorway much anyways. So that's why it's not a big deal to block it. And there you go. It does reach up to that joint right over here. So this could be a full block instead. Yeah, I like that better. And done. That gives that extra little design to it. Just a tad extra. Nothing more to it than that. It kind of works okay. It's not the best looking, but good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna tack it on to this piece right over here too, and then I think that's it for the design of the base. The solar panel we're gonna have to do as well, but probably not today. I'll probably do it off camera because I just need to do basically one rotor, one hinge maybe, and do a camera and a turret controller, and then that's how we're gonna collect sun energy in that aspect. All right, that's all set. We got that bit of a slope-like thing on both sides, and yeah, that's as far as we can get today, I guess. I mean, it's a lot to do for the base, but I don't really want to focus too much on the base. I mean, it's essential, but not really. It's a bit of home, but not really as well. We want to stay a little bit more mobile anyways. But if we want to refuel, store some stuff, best place to go, especially because we can keep coming back here to take over ships and sell and everything like that. Looks like we got a new drone right here. It's called a stalker drone. And let's see what it's been saying to us.
It won't be long now. Make this easier for both of us and just give up.
I mean, why would I want to give up? How far are you from here? So you're also pretty small. And it's just hanging out outside. So if you really want me to come out and fight, I don't mind whatsoever. Before I do that, I'm gonna add a little bit of ammo to my turrets.
Nobody's going to save you the next. This is where your story ends.
What story? I'm just trying to survive in space here as a trader and trying to make as much money as possible and in some ways collect ships or evolve my mobile ship. All right, with the additional gyroscope, it definitely makes a bit of a difference. Not a ton, but enough to be somewhat helpful. All right, I'm flying right towards the stalker. Fire some artillery, see if it reaches. Ooh, I don't think that reached at all.
You're mine now.
Nope. You're gonna be destroyed first, not me. Ooh, can't spin around, can't spin around. Yeah, it's marginally better with the projector. Not by much at all. Not that great with this artillery fire, am I? That should be taking out most of its weapons. I'm not sure where we're targeting here. Probably weapons on the other side. Yep, right there. So it's trying to shoot through it, if anything. Which is never gonna work out. Oof. That hurt. Where's that one specific one is shooting us? Yeah, I'm not that great with this artillery fire, am I? Where's the weapon, or is there NPC in there? Is it done? It's just floating around, or is it moving? It is stopped. All right, so I guess we could see if we could loot this thing. What's in there? It's a small ship or a large ship? Oh, it's a large grid ship. Okay, we could take this back and sell if we want to. I don't see a way we could salvage this. We've destroyed a decent chunk of it. Does it have... Ooh, it does have reactors. I don't mind taking that back if we can. What's uranium is that? 24 marginal. Ice. Cargo container right over here. What's inside? Missiles. All right, that kind of works out. Definitely should just connect to it and then sell the ship if we can. There's a lot of reactor components too, so that's another piece to this. Gyroscopes. And O2H2 over here. It's funny how they do the fireworks. Because that was the newest update, I think. And it added fireworks, so then when they are programmed, they shoot the fireworks for some reason. Instead of missiles, which I'm pretty happy about. Because if it was just missiles, forget it. My ship would be pretty destroyed. Alright, I'm just looting what I can loot. That doesn't necessarily sell anyway, so... So the reactor... Not reactor, the thruster components, I feel like we should just rob as much of that as possible, just in case. Armor is probably not necessary, so... we might already have a good chunk of it. So that's the thing. Alright, now it's out of power because I took out all the uranium. Alright, so we could connect into this thing and then sell it. I might want to take some of the ion thrusters. Once we connect into it. I hope we can connect into it without nudging it too bad. Because it is basically free floating right now. Let's try our best not to nudge it too badly. Oh! Great. Why did we just do that? Whoops. Not exactly what I was trying to do. Alright, instead of that, we're gonna do a landing gear instead so we can just lock into it. We were going a little bit too fast for how close we kind of were to it. Okay, that is fine. Oh, I had dampers off. That is why that happened. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's just kind of mag play into this. Alright, we retrieved it. Alright, perfect. We'll fly back to base, wherever that is. About a kilometer away. We can fly back, no problem. Do you want to collect the... Yeah, I think we do. The thruster components. So that's the ion thrusters. Wow, it really destroyed a good chunk of my ship. Ooh, got this thing messed up. That's not good. Out of everything, that's probably not the best thing to break. But I don't think I had much in there anyway, so we should be okay. But still, breaking a large cargo container, not the best thing to do. Breaking a hydrogen tank, not the best thing to do. So I think we lost all the hydrogen out of it. Actually, surprisingly not. Okay. Hopefully everything still kind of have its connection. Yeah, it does. Do we want to get all the ion thrusters out? Probably. And it's just for the thruster components. I don't have to really remove it. I destroyed so much of it. Jeez. I'm just going to take the thruster components out of it. The rest we can sell. Not a big deal. I think that's the best route we can take. Ooh, Gatling ammo. Even better. Even better. Okay, I think I took as much as I can out of it. Well, yes. I think we should be okay. We'll sell the rest of this, which is not too much anyways, because I destroyed most of it. Not sure if this thing actually has like ammo and stuff like that, so we could repair it and see. Although this is kind of freaking out, as you see there. Oh, there are some artillery in there. All right, perfect. But we'll take that out of it now. So that's good. I think all the other weapons and everything's destroyed. All right, not worried about that. I think we're good. All right, let's bring this to the orbital space station. Take it over, sell it, and then obviously we're probably gonna have to head back to our base just to get ourselves prepared. Imagine bringing this or something similar like this in the front just to protect ourselves from firepower. It's like a little shield. That'd be interesting if we did that and go into a fight. Okay, not the greatest driving there. And by driving, I mean piloting, I guess. Alright, we're just stuck now. Oh. It would be nice if I zoomed back out. Alright, we could just... We'll park it here like this. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, let's see. What does this sell for? Okay, we gotta take it over. Yep, the stalker drone. Actually, that doesn't cost much to take over. We'll take that over. It's probably not gonna cost much. I scrapped a lot of parts out of it. Well, still 12 million, so that's not too bad. Or 12.8. That's gone. And now we have 201. Another PB for credits. Alright, so not much we can do from here. So we'll just take this bad boy, bring it back home, get it repaired, get it all situated. I like the fact that I left the camera inside of the windows, so it's protected and not, you know, get into any issues with it and getting it destroyed. Like the ones in the front, those get destroyed so fast. It's like there's no even point of even having it there. Oop. I backed them right into the appropriate spot. I don't even know where we are, but I think we just crashed on our station. Oh, we are on top of the station. So we need to be on the other side. Actually, not too bad in terms of parking without even knowing exactly where we are. But we did go a little bit too much to, I guess, the right. Right, this gives us a little bit better of a view. So let's just park this thing and let it get repaired. It's gonna need it based on what we just went through. And we're locked in. All right, perfect. So once again, building repair is gonna have to slowly get all this fixed up as much as possible. Especially the front here, all destroyed. Ooh, we lost some Gatlins, which probably had a lot of Gatlin ammo in them, so that's not great. So we technically shouldn't dip down right over here, because this gets shot decently. We have to move the Gatlins out, I think, because if we put in Gatlins there, it's a target. But if we put it outside on top, like maybe over here, it'll be less of a target. So then our cargo container will be more well protected and less targeted at. I think those are like minor changes that we need to do there. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this quick little rebuild or redesign of the base. A little bit of a corruption interruption, we could call it. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even to just say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.